On a sunny day, 77 years ago, 5 Navy planes took off from their base in Florida on a routine training mission known as Flight 19. They were headed to the so-called Bermuda Triangle. Neither the planes nor the crew was ever seen again. And so, a legend was born. The Bermuda Triangle, also known as the Devil's Triangle, is one of the most mysterious and deadly places in the world, with numerous aircraft and ships disappearing into its mysterious depths. It is located off the southern coast of the United States, and its boundaries are defined by Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico. Over the years, many theories have been presented to try to explain away the unexplainable. However, what lies beneath the Bermuda Triangle has remained shrouded in mystery. Follow me in this video to get to know the theories suggested to explain the mysterious phenomena related to this unique place on Earth. The first mention of the Bermuda Triangle came in 1964, when a writer named Vincent Gaddis catalogued the many catastrophes that had taken place there since the late 1800s in a pulp magazine called Argosy. This magazine was a popular publication in its time, featuring high-interest stories and illustrations. It was one of the earliest and most successful pulp magazines, which were made up of cheap printed paper sheets. Argosy was published weekly from 1882 to 1978, offering a variety of fiction and non-fiction stories, including horror, romance, and science fiction, as well as comic strips and radio plays. It was a popular publication that helped to shape the world of magazines, and it continues to be an important source of inspiration for modern authors and illustrators. But Argosy was not the end. 10 years later, paranormal enthusiast Charles Berlitz released a best-selling book about the Bermuda Triangle, aptly named The Bermuda Triangle, which went on to sell more than 14 million copies. It was Charles Berlitz himself who forwarded the idea that the lost city of Atlantis was somehow responsible for the shipwrecks and plane crashes in the Bermuda Triangle. Since then, others have piled onto this theory, arguing that technology developed by Atlanteans, including crystal energies, is still active on the seafloor, causing mechanical malfunctions in the boats and planes above. The biggest flaw in this theory, of course, is that Atlantis isn't real. There are actually more interesting theories about the Devil's Triangle. We'll see what they tell us, but first, here's what we know about the Bermuda Triangle. It is a geographical area located in the western part of the North Atlantic Ocean, where a number of aircraft and ships have allegedly disappeared without a trace. The exact boundaries of the Bermuda Triangle are not universally agreed upon. Approximations of the total area range between 500,000 and 1,510,000 square miles, 1.3 and 3.9 million square kilometers. By all approximations, the region has a vaguely triangular shape. The most commonly cited boundaries of the area are from Miami, Florida, to San Juan, Puerto Rico, to Bermuda. Despite its reputation, the Bermuda Triangle does not have particularly high incidence of disappearances. Disappearances do not occur with greater frequency in the Bermuda Triangle than any other comparable region of the Atlantic Ocean. Several reasons have been proposed to explain the mysterious disappearances, including supernatural forces, alien activity, and human error. Here's what we don't know about the Bermuda Triangle. Although there have been numerous stories and theories about the Bermuda Triangle, there is no scientific evidence to suggest that it is a paranormal or supernatural phenomenon, or that it is the cause of the disappearances of the aircraft and ships reported in the region. Unfortunately, the myths and legends of the area have prevented some researchers from studying the area and investigating the potential causes of the disappearances. However, some theories have been proposed over time. One theory suggests that powerful and dangerous magnetic forces lie beneath the surface, causing ships and aircraft to be pulled beneath the waves and never seen again. This theory, however, is supported only by a few short-lived reports from a few survivors. It would require an enormous amount of power and energy to create such a phenomenon. But in scientific terms, a magnetic anomaly could be acting, which refers to fluctuations in the Earth's magnetic field. It's thought that these anomalies, which are caused by changes in the movement of the Earth's magnetic field, can create distortions and confusion, and can even lead to navigational failures. This is a possible cause for the disappearance of ships and planes in the Bermuda Triangle, as these anomalies can confuse compasses and even lead to communication system failures. However, as many authors have noted, there's no evidence the Bermuda Triangle contains any unusual magnetic disturbances. Another suggestion is that the area is home to a large underwater volcano, creating incredibly powerful whirlpools that can suck vessels beneath the waves. We do actually know that, after examining rocks from deep under the island, scientists discover that this quiet volcano formed in a way that is completely unique. In comparison to many of its counterparts at other locations around the world, it appears to have undergone little net subsidence, which is normally associated with loading and cooling. This being so, the subsidence model, which was developed by the naturalist Charles Darwin to explain the evolution of barriers and atolls associated with many oceanic islands, cannot apply to Bermuda. So in a sense, Bermuda's volcanology is, or at least was, special and intriguing. Recent studies, however, show that there are no active volcanoes in the area. The third theory suggests that the mysterious disappearances are caused by some form of supernatural force. Some believe that extraterrestrial activity may be responsible, with alien beings using advanced technology to abduct unsuspecting vessels and their crews. This theory is not a scientific one, but it's always nice to think about all the possible scenarios, even if but fantasy. And what about this? Do you think the Bermuda Triangle could be a portal to another space and time? Something like a wormhole right here on planet Earth. Wormholes are some exotic objects whose existence has been theorized in the framework of general relativity. They have gained a lot of attention as they could potentially be used as shortcuts for interstellar space travel. If a traveler could tunnel through a wormhole, they could theoretically traverse great distances in a short time. That being said, theoretical physicists believe there are many difficulties and obstacles to such a journey, not least the sheer energy requirement to power a vessel through a wormhole. But we all know science is an everlasting process, and if we ever observed an actual wormhole, then our understanding of physics will be ready to change. So who knows, maybe in the future we will be able to detect one. And why not? There could be one right here, on Earth, hiding somewhere in the Bermuda Triangle. A pilot by the name of Bruce Gurnham thinks this is actually the case. A wormhole can be found in the Devil's Triangle. "I didn't believe in time travel or teleportation until it happened to me," Gurnham said. "A fog surrounded my craft, and I'd leaked ahead 100 miles. While this sounds far-fetched, there's no denying that the Bermuda Triangle is one of the most mysterious places on Earth. Perhaps the most intriguing theory of all, and also the most plausible one, is the waterspouts theory. Waterspouts are spinning columns of rising moist air that typically form over warm water. They can be dangerous as tornadoes and can feature wind speeds over 200 kilometers per hour. Some waterspouts form away from thunderstorms and even during relatively fair weather. The waterspouts may be relatively transparent and initially visible only by an unusual pattern they create on the water. This image, taken by Joey Mole, was taken in July 2013 near Tampa Bay, Florida. The Atlantic Ocean off the coast of Florida is the most active area in the world for waterspouts. These powerful waterspouts can move boats and other vessels, and if they cross over the land, they can cause considerable damage. Some people speculate that waterspouts like these are responsible for some of the losses recorded in the Bermuda Triangle. While they cannot be prevented, taking appropriate safety precautions is the best way to protect yourself in the event of a waterspout. While unproven, this theory may be the closest to the truth, as the United States Coast Guard and the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration have both stated that any mishaps in the area were likely caused by bad weather and inexperienced navigators. Despite the numerous theories, it is highly unlikely that the truth about what lies beneath the Bermuda Triangle will ever be uncovered. It is a place of mystery and intrigue, with countless vessels and people succumbing to its depths. Whether it is caused by powerful oceanic forces, a mysterious and powerful underwater volcano, or some form of alien activity, the truth about what lies beneath the Bermuda Triangle remains a closely guarded secret.